How to write a research paper. To write a research paper, the number one recommendation is to simply start writing. As with all papers, manuscripts, and more, procrastination is evil. So avoid it at all costs. Instead, get ready to write your complete draft with the info I'm about to give you. My name is Joellen Nordstrom. I am the founder of firstediting.com, and we provide professional editing services for academics and researchers. The info I'm sharing with you today is based upon thousands of successful papers and journal submissions. So subscribe and follow to get even more advice. Please sign up for our newsletter with helpful advice and great editing discounts at firstediting.com. So what is a research paper? A research paper is an academic paper based on your original research. It's your research. So before you start writing, let's get you prepped. Before you begin writing your paper, there are some essential concepts you need in order to achieve your goal of writing this research paper as easily and painlessly as possible. So before you begin, understand the bare minimum requirements. Understand the instructions and do it the way it is required. Keep it simple. How do you do this? Well, follow the guidelines exactly. If you don't follow the guidelines, they will return it without review. So make sure you don't waste your time and theirs. Another essential concept in preparing to write your research paper is to understand your goal. Focus on your goal, which is to write a basic outline or first draft. This will include simply inserting bullet points without the complete research. Your goal is the first draft. Also, request and use an exemplar for structural design if that is available. Now, your research is based upon your chosen topic. It is essential to ensure there is enough info to create the paper and support your arguments. How do you conduct research paper? Well, first, you need to tackle the research. So just quickly, here's some key tips to keep you on track when compiling your research. Hopefully, you have already done the research, so we can talk about how to write the research paper. If not, go back and complete your essential stage of research first. Now, when compiling your research, 1, you need to select your topic or argument and be absolutely unclear on what this is. 2, create a mind map of questions, sources, literature, etc. This will help develop your argument further. 3, define your keywords. These are the terms and phrases within your research topic. 4, I want you to check multiple resources such as university online libraries, and then download all the articles you need. 5, compile a list of all the relevant research studies. You can use Google Scholar or a library portal to compile the research. 6, read the available research and make notes, copious amounts of notes for reference. 7, create a spreadsheet for quotations and such. An Excel file works very nicely. 8, make sure your citations match the mandatory style guide. Your editor will double check this, but be detailed oriented. It's for your benefit. 9, make decisions for your main arguments by referencing your mind map, which should show you where you have the most support for your thesis. And 10, support your argument with all the necessary research support. Be extensive and thorough. Finally, you can write your draft once you have all of your research completed. So now we can talk about how to write your research paper. As an editor, I'm going to mention here to stay in the creative mode. Do not edit or correct your presentation at this time when you're writing your outline. Stay in your creative writing groove and capture all the info you can, regardless of your syntax, grammar, spelling, punctuation, and more. You can come back to self-edit that after you have captured all of your info. So to write your research paper, we will first want to have the necessary elements ready. So remember, we are discussing how to write a research paper and not how to research to write a paper. I am assuming you have done that. If not, pause this video and use the previous 10 steps. So before starting to write, make sure you have the following preliminaries. Review your own notes and renew your literary search prior to beginning. So make sure that you have all that you need. If not, complete that before you start writing. Next, you're going to define your type of research paper and determine who is your audience. You need to answer the following questions. What is the purpose of your paper? Is it a research paper, a review, a tutorial? What is it? What journals are your target? Where are you submitting? And what are their specific requirements? Make sure you have them. And lastly, who are your readers? Are they undergrads, researchers, peers, review committee? Who are they? And in the end, remember to always write for your reviewers. These are the gatekeepers to your success. So thus, you must address their concerns. You want to complete this goal in your first draft. So let me share with you the algorithm used by Professor Pete Carr of the University of Minnesota. So first he says, just start. No procrastination. Remember your goal. You're writing your first draft without delay. Secondly, work from an outline. It allows you to return later and save time without having to review everything. You'll know exactly where you are. And I will give you a basic research outline in just a moment. Third, one special technique that Professor Carr recommends is to write your intro last. The intro is tough, so write it last after you've captured all your research in the first draft. And remember, if you have your preliminaries in place, by knowing the purpose of your paper and who will receive it, you can easily return to the intro. So when creating this customized outline of your research, start with the experimental. This means put all your infos and studies in order. An easy way to create a quick outline of your research is to just organize your data, figures, tables, etc. in a natural presentation or explanation of your process. This creates a custom outline for your writing, which follows your discoveries in a very logical manner. 5, you want to follow your outline and start writing. This is the creative time. So again, do not focus on editing or corrections. Simply capture all the info you have inside your outline so you can complete your first draft. Afterwards, you'll write your conclusions. It is ideal to number them for ease and clarity. You will write your abstract and acknowledgments after the conclusions. So after you've written your first draft, you can then self-edit, fix your citations, and fill in your references. You'll reread, review your grammar, and formatting. Next, you're going to find a second reader, such as a writing advisor. Then submit this to a professional editor who will provide a critique with feedback and corrections to save you time and frustration. So review your editor's remarks and make your final revisions or edits and submit. Now, how to create a research paper outline. I did mention I would give that to you. A basic outline of your paper can include an intro, which includes the background and the thesis statement. This is followed by your main body, your first topic and your second topic. Round it up with your conclusion, which includes a summary of your main points, and ideally you should number them. And last, strong final statement. So remember to write your abstract and your acknowledgments after the conclusions. So if you have accumulated all your research and experimentation, I recommend you organize your presentation of facts first. Once you have them in order, quickly jot down your findings into that outline. Use the natural order in which you would explain your work in conversation. Once you have that outline written down, begin inserting all your research into it. Focus strictly on writing. If you need to take a pause, you can return to your outline at any time and quickly pick up where you left off. Now, continue inserting and supporting your facts into your outline until it is complete. Remember to stay in creative mode of writing and compiling your information. So once you've completed your outline, you can then read and edit it later. Remember, editing is essential for all writers after completing the initial manuscript. So working with an academic PhD editor who is experienced with the submissions process can give you a great advantage. Plus, you save time and frustration by appeasing your reviewers successfully from the beginning. When you're ready to start editing, contact firstediting.com. Since 1994, over 50,000 authors have trusted us to perfect their presentations. Plus, you can get a free editing sample and an instant price quote at firstediting.com. Until then, keep writing. We wish you the best of luck with your research and your presentation.